Medical establishments have witnessed tremendous transformation over the years. Today, we meet an individual who has been part of this evolution in Chennai. Meet Padma Bhushan awardee Professor N. Rangabasham. Dr. Rangabasham opened the doors to his medical journey in the year 1952. At a time when technologies like CT and MRI didn't exist, the study of medicine was just based on the patient's description of symptoms. His interest in surgical treatment developed by observing senior doctors in his college and the conversations he had with them. There is one such conversation that Dr. Rangabasham will never forget.
Then having seen the work, then I was thinking what I should do. So I went and asked them what should I do. Ranga, you have been assisting me, and with the third or fourth day you were able to do something what I wanted you to do. So in that case, looking at your long fingers, I think you should take up surgery. That's the way I've been inspired. Then they said, tomorrow I'm going to give you a silk, you must put a knot. I want to see how many knots you can put per minute. He wanted me to put between 40 to 50 knots, which he succeeded.
As is obvious, the medical scene in hospitals was no different. With fewer technologies and lesser pair of able hands at work, the hospitals were always crowded. The cause of the disease was linked with the locality of the patient and the treatment more humane. The entire process of medication in those days, from the diagnosis to the treatment, makes an interesting anecdote in itself.
Patient coming from Rayapuram in those areas, invariably he says, I am passing a number of motions, I got tummy pain. We always think of gut infection or amoebiasis or any of the bacterial infection which can happen. So that's the way the place to place is important. Same thing, you come to Changalpet, somebody says, I got a pain, I can't move my finger, and the face is a bit disfigured. We always think of Hansen's disease, what you call as leprosy.
Medication has a completely new face now, with anecdotes like these almost sounding fictional. Mr. Rangabasham has seen a lot, in his medical journey spanning almost 5 decades now, and him being the recipient of many laurels, including the Padma Bhushan. He still fondly remembers his introduction of the Russian stapler to the Indian medical scenario, something that has now become an inseparable part of gastroenterological surgeries.
The publication came from Russia about the stapler. Unfortunately, they did not develop it further. At that time, one of the surgeons named Ravish from States went to Russia. He knew Russian. He saw the being, then he bought it from one of the old people's place, and the junk place, and they brought it to States and he modified it. At that time, they used it because when I went to London, I saw Bill Heels as a surgeon at Basingstoke use the Russian stapler. At that time, I was there because he came to my department to see what I am doing. Then he said, Ranga, when you come next time, we'll show you how to use a Russian stapler rather than using a hand sewing the intestine. So I saw him doing it. At the end of it, we have a present of the Russian stapler from Basingstoke.
Dr. Rangabasham has reduced his long hours of surgeries and instead taken to passing on his skills to the younger generation at the Madras Medical College. Although it's an age of commercialization and a lot has changed in the medical field since when he started his journey, he still believes there is one basic aspect of medication that remains unchanged: communication with your patient.
Talking to the patient, find out what the problem is, where does he come from, and then we examine them properly, and then do the few tests and make a decision what exactly is the problem with the patient is. That's the way the clinical teaching was much more that time rather than what is today. The communication between a patient and they become less today. If you don't want to talk to your patient, best thing is to be a veterinary doctor. Then you need not talk to the patient, but still you have to talk to the master of the animal so that know what the problem is, why the dog or the horse was brought to you for a treatment. Ultimately, the communication is more important. If you don't want to talk to the patient, best thing to be a veterinary doctor.
Dr. Rangabasham attributes his success to two key factors, a warm smile and a perfect prescription. Next up is a story that is going to keep the music lovers in you busy for some time to come.
The advent of websites like YouTube and Wikipedia into the cyber scene was with a resounding bang. While you could now find any information or share your videos with anyone in the world, the internet brought the world closer still with social networking websites. The next wave of cyber revolution are websites like Last.fm that are giving the term social networking a whole new meaning. For music lovers like Siddarth, this has been a dream come true. When he's not busy typing codes in his office, all he needs are a pair of headphones and a fast internet connection to delve into his world of music. Last.fm lets him start his own music station, find his favorite artists, and read others' comments on his favorite genre of music. And there are 40 million music lovers based in over 200 countries he can interact with at the same time.
I started playing the guitar about 2 years back. A bunch of my friends used to have jam sessions, but then immediately we moved away after college. So we needed an avenue, kind of upload the stuff that we're doing, kind of show other people what we're working on, and have them comment on the stuff that we're doing and give back technical feedback. So we found that SoundCloud was a perfect avenue for that. SoundCloud lets you upload music and people can comment at different points in your track, give you technical suggestions as well as how to improve your singing or guitar playing or that kind of stuff. Let me tell you about Last.fm. I've used this website to discover music and genre since my college days. They have a music profile that you build a library based on the music that you listen to from your comp. Based on the library that you build on at Last.fm, you get recommended artists that are very similar to the artists that you're listening to. And in my college days, I found this extremely useful and it's just a whole bunch of fun. There are other features that I find extremely useful. They have an internet radio. You can play artists that are recommended for you from Last.fm, and this is just a buffering radio that you can play at any point of time. You have your own library and it can tell you exactly what genres that you like the most, and so you can start searching for artists that are in that genre. So kind of establishes your taste in music. Last.fm has a custom plugin that attaches itself to any media player that you're using on your comp, whether be it media player, Winamp, Fuba, whatever. So this is a plugin that works along with your media player. Whatever songs that you play, say you're playing a song by Opeth, are scrobbled in real time in the client that they have called the Scrobbler. If you listen to a song for 2 minutes, that track is immediately added on to your library that you build at Last.fm. Based on the library that you build on at Last.fm, you get recommended artists that are very similar to the artists that you're listening to. The other feature that I like a lot is they have a lot of updates about concerts that are happening in real time. So like there is the Great Indian Rock Festival that's happening somewhere in December, and I find out about immediately. I find out what friends of mine are attending, and you know, this is just, it's social networking with music in it. It's all that I want.
While there is Last.fm that has caught Siddarth's fancy, there are other websites with similar features. Grooveshark.com is a personal music space where you can search for your favorite artists or bands. You also have websites like SoundCloud.com which get more original and let you mix songs or create your own to upload and share with others. There was a time when shoulder-length unkempt hair and a dragon tattoo on the arm used to be synonymous with music lovers all over the world. Today, when a taste in music develops as early as at the age of 10, and social networking is a language most of us speak fluently, websites like these would surely attract any music lover in no time.
Music and social networking, quite a deadly combination for fun, I must say. Stick around because when we return, we have for you Vigneshwar and Venkateshwar's recent acquisition, which is the envy of many.